everyone. Right now we are having Mr. Bhagath, Director of Siddhartha Institute of Engineering and Technology. Let's have a chit chat. Hi Bhagath, how are you?
Hi Sneha, I'm good. Thank you for inviting me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Firstly, congratulations for 80%, you got regarding placements.
Yeah.
So happy. And I heard this few things about this management, okay? Generally, in every college or institution or in organization, management, they come and they go. I'm not blaming or complaining.
No, I understand what you're saying.
But here I heard like management, they work a lot and it's a very good thing. So what do you say about that?
Firstly, thank you for pointing out. See Sneha, the thing is we have been in the education field since last 32 years. Like my father, Dr. G. Nagegaru, he started Siddhartha Women's Degree College. It's one of the first colleges under Usmania University in the year 1994. And after that, we have grown organically. And as on today, we are almost 22 institutions. And every year, more than 15,000 students pass out from our colleges. And Siddhartha Institute of Engineering and Technology, this is our crown jewel, okay? So our engineering college, it's established in 2008. And for us, see, you might be aware that these days, there are so many universities or colleges,
Exactly.
in Telangana, but not many of them are actually established by the educationists or outside academicians, right? Whereas in our case, it's completely different. So right from day one. So the chairman, sir, he himself is a doctorate from Usmania University. In fact, he's a rank holder there.
Oh.
And then he taught. Initially he was there. He taught in an engineering college for a couple of years, and then he started a school. And like that, he, right from his day one, his first job, every single thing that he did is related to education. So we don't have any other businesses. We have never even thought about that. This is not like a business or anything. This is something which is close to our heart, and we try serving the community, which has given so much for us, as much as possible by means of giving quality education. So when you said that we come to college regularly, yeah, of course, that's our bread and butter, and also we feel happy going there.
Yeah.
So whether it is chairman sir or secretary,
That's what you want to give 100% to every student.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, if you have to be ahead of the curve, you can't just sit back and relax, right?
Yeah. So as you said, there are many engineering colleges.
Yeah.
So what's make SIET so special, and why should one choose that?
As I just mentioned, have been having, we have a decades old experience in the education sector. Every single director who is there, every single board of governing body members or our directors, all the top management, they are at least the basic education is masters from a very reputed college. So that's the minimum thing that we make sure that we have taken this decision consciously, so that we want to keep the standards growing year after year. Now, I'm not saying that other colleges don't have good management with a lot of experience. They do, but here we make sure that the experience actually it translates into the quality of education of highest standards. We make sure that it percolates down the line.
Yeah, true.
So whether it is in terms of recruiting faculty, or whether it is in terms of giving the good other programs, not just the regular academics, the extracurriculars or the co-curriculars, we make sure that the right quality is set, the benchmark is set, and students are actually benefited from whatever we do. Having people with wonderful academic excellence, okay, that's our strongest point. And the second reason why I strongly believe that we differentiate ourselves from the competition, I'm a finance guy, okay, I did my MBA in finance from Indian Institute of Management, Kashipur, and these days we see that many colleges, right, I don't want to name them, but
Okay.
one of the top so-called colleges, consider a management seat or something, they easily charge somewhere around 15-20 lakhs, right? Some of the colleges, they go more than 30 also.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to placement, the average package is still, it will be around 4.5, less than 5 lakhs. So that's a fact. Even IITs have about 6.5 lakh as an average package. Now, when you pay almost 25-30 lakh, okay, when you spend so much money, and when you get a 5 lakhs package job, just imagine. I'm just giving a rough calculation.
Yeah.
So it takes how many years to get back that? Right?
True.
As an investment point of view, right? At least 4 to 5 years or maybe more than that. Now, our college is one of the very few colleges in Telangana which has autonomous status, which is NAC A+ accreditation, and we have an NBA status as well. And our fee structure, we made sure consciously, that we will not. We want to get the merit students a chance, like who are not able to afford so well. So that has been our principle right from the beginning.
Okay.
So what we do is that we make sure that at the most, the yearly fees won't cross 1.5 lakh, even including the on-campus hostels. I'm saying we make sure that this is the fees, and we never take any donation. We have never, even though like last year we had in excess of almost like 500, 600 CSC applications, but still we have not taken a single rupee donation. Okay. So that is one of the rare things, which you find in any of the colleges. I at least in my experience, whatever colleges I have seen, that's not the case.
Wow, it's a really very good thing to appreciate actually, That's wonderful.
Thank you.
And these days competition is so heavy, and when you look at every student, stress is like too much.
Yeah.
So in this competitive world, especially how you are, making your students or, making them groom coming to this job competitive world?
Yeah, that's a good question, especially, that's true. In fact, we have seen that in the last couple of years, especially the job market has been really tough. It's very competitive. Right after COVID, actually 2 years has been the golden period. Now, I would say for when you consider the last 10 years job market, right after COVID, whatever market was there, that's the best in terms of the kind of packages that we have seen, the kind of rules, and also in terms of the number of offers as well. Take our college example, like we have seen so many students getting more than like 5-6 lakhs packages. It has become just a kind of, we thought that this is how it's going to be in future as well. Our average package was more than 5.5 lakh for 2022-23 academic year. But after that, in the last 2 years, we have seen that the hybrid work structure is again, it went back to the normal state, right?
Exactly.
And also
but
the
still there is hybrid thing, right?
Yeah, it's going on in few places. But the thing is, in terms of during COVID time, like everybody has adopted for the work from home, and also the online learning and online working has become so prominent that the entire IT sector it has seen kind of boom like never before.
True.
So obviously there has been like tremendous hiring spree among. After that, when things have normalized, obviously there is excess workforce. So in the last 2 years, we have seen even the topmost companies, they have cut down the jobs like crazily. I'm talking in terms of hundreds of thousands of job losses across the world, right? Around the world. And India is no exception. Usually what are the best companies that hire in our market? It's like TCSs and Wipros or Infosys of the world, right? There has been not only, job losses, but their hiring has been like pretty slow. And even when they hired also, usually they used to wait for, the student has to wait for almost
2-3
like
months.
Not 2-3 months is like
Years
very
also.
lucky. We had like I don't want to name like couple of companies, best of the best companies with more than like 5-6 lakhs packages. More than 80 to 90%, 80-90 students in the last year batch. They had to wait for 10-11 months
For that appointment.
They had the appointment letter and everything, but just for the joining date.
Okay.
Because the companies don't have the kind of, the projects. They are all on hold. So this year what we have done is to tackle this kind of situation, we have tried to give many short-term training programs for our students, and also several, small like 1 or 2 months internship programs. We are trying to observe the market closely where there are offers and all, and we are trying to prepare our students in a short period of time. For example, like these days there are many offers in terms of like artificial intelligence, right?
True.
Related jobs. So we are trying to give as a special certification course, even for our non-IT background students, like even EEE or civil mechanical, who are there, we are still giving AI specific courses even for those students. They can also be eligible to sit in those kind of placements. That's one thing we are doing. And because the big tech companies, they have slowed down in terms of hiring, what we are doing is that we have approached n number of small companies. Like usually almost 70-80% of our batch would get filled with 35-40 companies. But this year, we went over and above, and more than like 56 to 58 companies have already come, and another 10 to 12 companies are in pipeline in the next couple of.
Okay.
So that means we are approaching many smaller companies, even though they give even like 2 offers or 3 offers or 5 offers, we are just approaching, aggressively.
Students can join immediately.
Yeah, where there are opportunities, but we have to do a lot of legwork for that. It's not easy, but we are doing that.
Great initiative, actually.
We have to, that's how, like you said, 80% at the beginning. So to an extent, we feel proud to say that, because we didn't expect this kind of result. Even in the so-called, the top tier colleges also, the placement market is not that great. But we have more than like 80% of the students getting offer letters. And some of them got even like 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's so great. That, that hard work, that pride I can see in your eyes, actually. That happiness.
When you work for something and,
and you achieved
it's a new strategy we tried and it worked out. So we are happy for that.
Also, SIET, it builds some major industry partnerships.
Yeah.
So how gonna students get benefited from it?
Actually, the role of engineering colleges is tremendous in terms of technology development in any country. If you observe, like countries like, the developed countries like, Japan, or even our Asian partners, I'm talking about South Korea, Japan, or maybe the European counterparts like Germany. So in these countries, the industry and the academia, they go hand in hand. Like I was in Canada for 3 years.
Oh.
And in fact, like last 3 years I was in Canada. I just came about like 6 months ago. So I went to like some of the best universities there. Like one of them is University of Toronto. So there, the PhDs, for example, okay, do you know how they get paid? I mean, the people who are working in the universities, I'm saying. So they have to get the projects from a certain company, okay, saying that, okay, we will develop so and so product for you, and you give us the funding.
Yeah.
So out of that funding, the salaries get paid for that particular team. You get my point?
Yeah.
So we don't have that kind of scenario in our country, unfortunately. But that's the thing, that's when the actual innovation and innovation happens, right?
True.
So to some extent, what we are trying to do is we are approaching aggressively to multiple companies related to whether it is mechanical or civil or electrical, any company. We are trying to get the internship to our students. So that is something which is possible. So for this, we are not I personally approach. I also take help of my faculty, and we approach many industries, which we have never done before. We go, we meet them, we take appointments. The actual, it's like a selling process, I would say. So we go, we approach them, we say, see, we have so and so students.
Selling good product.
Yeah. So it's like, we have a talent student pool. So please, give us an opportunity. So it's like literally selling with the sales pitch kind of thing. We do that. So like that, we get maximum internship for our students. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, there are many state government initiatives, like Task, Internshala. Although they have been there for a long time, not many colleges use it. At least like what we have seen. So we tend to take the maximum out of it, whatever we can, even if it is like any particular program they say, we will be there, in the row, sitting and then listening to them and then trying to approach whatever companies they bring in, right? So like that, we get some more internships. And also, why I'm saying internships is that internships actually converts into placements, pre-placement offers and placements. So that is also a way of, connecting with the industry. I'll tell you an example of what we have done for 2 years. Last year we didn't do that, but before the 2 years we have done this. We approached, there is some department called as Board of Apprenticeship Training. That's actually a government organization, but very few have heard of it. So what we have done is, we have approached them, and with the help of technical education department, we have organized an apprenticeship fair. It's like, an internship fair open for all the colleges, in which more than 100 plus companies have participated, because it's a government initiative, right?
True.
So they get the letters from the government kind of. So they have to respond, most of them. So we did that, and it was so successful that dozens of offers have been rolled out right on the spot. And because we have organized it, obviously we will be indirect beneficiary of it. Even,
of course.
I can say it was like each year more than 30 to 40 students of our students also got internships and then placements.
That's where finance and education, it got mixed.
Exactly. So we sponsored that, and we, all the venue, the food and all the travel arrangements, everything we have taken care of. But, we made it happen. So like that, any single opportunity that we get, we don't miss a chance.
So from your perspective, okay, like you saw abroad education system and here, what's the difference? And if you can adopt few things, what it can be?
I mean, this, what is there on top of my mind, I'm just saying without filter. But what I feel is that the biggest changes in a system comes from the government.
Okay.
I mean, we have a lot of ideas, I know we can do tremendously wonderful things, but the government
You need
has
some kind
to-
of support.
not some kind of, it's like, the initiatives from the government, especially in terms of higher education, when it comes to higher education, it is like huge, especially because for example, let me tell you a simple example. South Korea, right?
Yeah.
South Korea is one of the fastest growing countries. It's a developed country. In fact, their per capita income is almost like $33,000. Okay, which is one of the best in Asia and also in the world as well. When it comes to India, our per capita income is somewhere around $2,600 to $2,900, right? You can see it is 1/10 of it, almost 1/10 or less than that. The population of South Korea, I'm just comparing so that to give you an idea.
Got
South Korea's population is almost 1/25 of our population. Do you know how much money they spend on research and development? I'm talking about the government. It's about 5.5% of their GDP.
Oh my God.
Okay, and we spend about 0.7% on research and innovation, R&D.
Imagine the
0.7.
population.
And
Yeah.
you can see the result. Just I'll give you a simple example. They have filed, like last year, their patent are about like close to 3 lakh patents. Close to 3 lakh patents they have, that's their number. And when it comes to our country, it is about 62,000 patents. Now, this example I gave you to tell that how great a contribution of government can be. See, it's a population, look at it. In terms of population,
Exactly.
we should be like 10 times that, at least.
Exactly.
Forget 10 times. Okay, when you compare China, let's compare with China. Similar
It's not
population,
even
right?
entire Korea. It's only South Korea. You were telling.
Yeah, South Korea is we can't bring in North Korea. That's another
I
story
know.
altogether. But when you compare China as well, China has filed like 1.6 million patents, 1.6 million, 16 lakhs. Where is 16 lakhs? Where is 60,000? There's no comparison, right?
True.
So that's what
No
I'm talking
comparison.
about. So
Yeah.
I hope, changes are coming, but they have to come little fast.
It will take some time, but definitely.
Yeah, but
Hopefully.
the time is running out. Every year, like lakhs of engineers are passing out, right? And the opportunities are limited.
So,
You have to do that.
What kind of role does innovations or entrepreneurships play at SIET, and how students are gonna participate in that?
As we all know, there are not enough jobs for all the engineers that are passing out every year.
True.
So how do they get, what is the alternative? So they have to go towards the entrepreneurship, right? Because Indians are known for their, creative thinking. We all know that jugaad,
Yeah,
there's
true.
a word in Hindi, right?
Yeah.
So that's where the innovation comes from. And entrepreneurship is, if we have to grow as an economy, entrepreneurship, it's indispensable. There have to be like hundreds and thousands of entrepreneurs coming out every year, coming forward and doing, even if it is on a small scale, industries or, any sector you take, there have to be an encouragement for the entrepreneurs. So we also, on our part, what we are trying to do is we have an entrepreneurship development cell. In fact, like many colleges have, but we tend to keep it active and alive. So what we do is that every year we organize multiple sessions, multiple guest lectures or the training programs from some of the industry, the entrepreneurs from the industry. We bring them to the college, and then we try to give some sessions for the students. And those who are interested, the students, they can actually come forward and we encourage them actually in whatever ideas they have.
Okay.
So that's one part of it. The other part of it is there is an initiative from the government also. There are some organs like T-Hub, Telangana Hub, and V-Hub, Women Entrepreneur Hub. The concept of these organizations is that students who come forward with some creative ideas, they create a platform basically. So where the students and the angel investors or venture capitalists or some companies have the CSR or funding, where they can also put some money as a, if a student wants a good startup and all, this is a very good platform. So here also we play an active role in bridging the gap between the students and the investors. So we play our part there.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Indian parents, okay, they won't even have a second thought. They won't even think when it comes to education and marriage. They spend how much ever they want, okay?
Yeah, that's a...
So when it comes to engineering especially, why they should select or they should make their kids join in SIET?
See, I told you about one thing, which is the placements part, and what kind of role we are playing in terms of building the careers. Apart from that, I missed out a couple of things which I would like to say and which are very relevant to this question. The founder of our organization, when he started, he framed certain principles. Okay, we had certain, that we are not going to deviate no matter what. No, we will keep this in our vision, mission, policy as well.
Wow, vision, mission.
Yeah, even if you see under our logo, we have humanity, discipline, education. So humanity comes first.
Wow.
Okay, so that's under our logo itself. That means we try to create, as best as we can, not just engineers, not just somebody with a degree and all, but also we try to, before they complete the graduation, we try to see a socially responsible, socially conscious
better
students.
People for society.
Exactly. So they should also have, like, we have multiple sessions, and whenever possible, we try to inculcate these ideas in the students' minds as well. I know at that age it's not that easy, but we try to inculcate these ideas that it's not just your own career, but it also the betterment of the society one has to think. So that's one thing which we do. And apart from that, as I told you, all the people who are associated with Siddhartha, they are wonderful academicians, and their expertise will definitely help all the students that are there in our campus. So the parents, when they are thinking to join, they would think, what is the best that if I have a daughter, right? When my daughter comes to that age and I want her to go to some institution, I would think, what would I think? Definitely there has to be wonderful education, no doubt about it, and there should be good opportunities, good infrastructure, good faculty. All these things are taken for granted. But apart from that, the parents also feel that, we should be in direct contact with the college management so that we can see what is happening with the child. Because now I am sending my daughter to her school, and unless and until a parent-teacher meeting comes, we don't know what is happening. What is she doing at school? Although
still you can't meet the management then.
It's not exactly the management we can't meet, right? So in our college, I can proudly say that we have an open door policy where the where the parents or students, they can walk in without any appointment. If a chairman is available, they can directly go meet the chairman. Secretary is always there every day between 9 to 6. The secretary is there. I am also, like, although we have other institutions, even I come almost like 5 to 6 days. And when I come, I'll be there from 9 to 5 o'clock. So the parents can come anytime. They can talk, they can discuss, they can see the kids, how they are performing. And apart from that, we also have a strong mentorship program where every 15 students, one faculty is given, and the faculty is in regular touch with the parents. Like they can just dial, and they can WhatsApp what's happening. I saw this so and so. The exam happened. What happened? They can ask any kind of thing, any kind of question, any time of the day. So that kind of transparency we have. It has become a common thing for us. But for many colleges, that's not the case.
Yeah, true.
Right? The management is not very approachable, I see. But I see
some parents, they don't know the management names also.
I have
other colleges.
I have thousands of parents' names. Suppose a parent calls me, I'll make sure that I save their number.
Oh my God.
So next time they call, I should call them by their first name.
Nice, so nice.
So we do that. It has become a part of our daily thing.
So how does the college ensure the holistic development of its students beyond academics?
It's a very good question, Sneha. We have seen in our education system, especially during the 10th standard or intermediate, there has been a lot of pressure on students. And I hate it. Not only we all in our management, we hate it. Because putting that kind of pressure on a student, actually, they tend to miss out the fun in the education. It's just it just simply becomes, churning out, writing the papers, okay, getting the marks. It just stays still there. They might get some job or the other, but they won't be happy, right? So what is our motto is that one should enjoy the education, whatever. No, we don't judge students based on the marks that they get. First thing, even now the admissions are happening. So when a student comes with 95%, another student comes with 60 or 70%, let's say. Okay, somebody gets like 10,000 rank in MSET, somebody gets like 1 lakh rank in MSET. Both are same for us. We don't differentiate.
No discrimination.
No discrimination. No, we don't differentiate, because they would have been already, based on depending on the pressure that they would have faced. Okay, the results would vary. So what we try to do is, at least in these 4 years, is that apart from the academics, we give equal importance to extracurriculars and co-curricular activities as well. So when I say extracurricular activities, for example, sports, let's say, we encourage students to play sports after the college hours every day. Now we have almost 1600 plus students in our hostels. So we have given enough facilities, okay, very good in sports infrastructure, and we encourage them to participate in the physical activities. And when it comes to other activities like annual days or the freshers or farewells or orientations, you name it, cultural day, everything, the participation from our students is tremendous. Because it is through participation from these kind of activities they can learn other skills which are not part of the academics, which are more important in most of the cases than the regular academics. Like the leadership qualities, right? The time management, how you behave in a team, right?
Also they can know their strength.
Exactly. In fact, we have, you won't believe, have you seen any college which conducts elections in these days?
Oh no, but that's so good to hear actually.
We are actually
like
doing that.
For student leader or?
Student leader. There is a complete student leader, treasurer, so cultural coordinator or the academic coordinator. There are like so many roles, even I don't remember.
Imagine the joy the students.
Exactly. So we are actually doing the student elections, because students these days, elections and the current Gen Z, like that's what we say, right? They are completely, they see elections or politics is something, which is, let's not touch it.
Okay,
touch me not
it's
kind
like
of thing.
very.
Exactly. So we want to change that. Okay, we actually tried it as an experimental basis 2 years ago. It went very fine last year, and this year we are going to make it like a big thing. So yeah, so like this, we give equal importance to co-curricular, academics, extracurriculars and everything. In fact, I'm proud to say that our students have also, they are excelling in the sports competitions. Whenever there is a sports competition, okay, our students will go and get prizes in any college. They won't come without prizes. So we are proud to say that. Yeah.
So nice. Really so good to hear.
And we are also, we also organize events like IPL. We have a Siddhartha Premier League. SPL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it means like many
SPL,
colleges.
Siddhartha
Premier League. Yeah,
okay.
It doesn't come in TVs and all, but the thing is, not only now, since last almost like 8 to 10 years, we have been doing that. All the nearby colleges, at least like teams from at least 15 to 20 college teams, they come, they play cricket, it's a great environment to be in.
Very nice. Really, thinking from student perspective, they will love it. All these things. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, what achievements SIET particularly proud of?
There are so many things I can say. Because we have, as I told you, we have grown organically. Every single thing that we have done, there has been a lot of thought has been went into it, and we have seen the growth in front of our eyes happening after thorough planning. Because as I told you, it's not like pumping in money and getting admissions. We don't do that. So it has grown organically. Just most of the admissions that we get are through word of mouth. We don't even do much marketing and all. So what I can proudly say, on top of my mind, I would say at least, 3 things. The first thing is, as I mentioned, we are one of the few organizations which are not very commercial, and we give lot of importance to merit, and students who are even economically not so, fortunate, we give importance to them. Like we actually, we have direct association with two big NGOs where, the orphanages and all. So basically students from there, whenever they reach this age,
Wow.
okay,
So good.
so they come, they study with us, and then they leave. Like that, last year and before last year, two girls from one in there is an organization in Hyderabad. It's called CSS, Center for
Yes.
Social Service. So there, the girl has got 3 offers from. She's one of the toppers, and she did not take any job. She went to US.
Oh.
Okay, and there also she has completed her MS and she got a job there. Okay, and she has not just through the regular government reimbursement, we didn't charge her anything. Okay, so like that, there has been like numerous stories where I can say that, okay, at least we have done some part or some satisfaction at the end of the day. Now apart from that, when it comes to our students' achievements, especially last year, more than 60 plus prizes we have won. Our students have won first prizes in various competitions across Telangana, and even outside Telangana also they went and they grabbed first prizes. Even I'm talking about the Tech Fest competitions in some of the top colleges.
Okay.
So that's a very proud moment for us. And in fact, every year that number is going up and up. And lastly, the proudest moment for us is that there is we have a something called as Octopus. Have you heard of Octopus?
Yeah.
Octopus is it's like a government. It's a part of an army. It's an organization. It's called Organization for Anti-Terrorist Operations So that's a state organization. So that is just next to us, just half kilometer from our college.
Okay.
Our students and our R&D head, so they have done 2 amazing projects there. Like one project, it's called, I don't know if I remember correctly or not, variable linear and angle target system.
Okay.
That means, in the battlefield there are moving targets, right? So the soldiers go in and sometimes they get injured. So instead of that, the robots can actually do the job of a soldier. So our students have developed that.
Oh.
There's a moving target and we have developed a robo, and it was able to shot every single time, at least from a 50-meter distance. Wow. So students have developed that and we have achieved the recognition for it. So that's one proud moment for us. And a similar thing like that is, an anti-riot tear gas system. That means whenever the riots happen, clashes between mob and police, sometimes the police also get injured because they're in the front line. So what our students have developed is that the drone can actually it can do the job of these soldiers. So it can throw the tear gas or something like that, and it has got approval from from Octopus as well. That means it is working. Approval in the sense it is actually working, and they can even deploy it if they want.
Yeah, you must be so proud.
So these
and
kind of
happy.
things, something related to research and innovation when we do it. So it's really.
Also, you're doing that for society, for our own country.
Exactly.
That makes.
And we have some houses, the villages nearby. Our students are our college is one of the best college in terms of NSS, National Service Scheme. So we go and we do lot of, awareness programs in the villages when it comes to building Digital India or Swachh Bharat. So all these central government initiatives we have taken up and we have done our part, in a big way, in fact. So we are all proud of these achievements.
Yeah. See, because from whatever I heard, I can see like it's not like we joined engineering college, we'll complete 4 years, we'll go and join in some job. It's not like that.
Yeah.
You guys are making sure like some responsibility towards society and some ethics, some future
At least
planning.
we are trying.
That's a very, very good thing.
Yeah,
and,
but long way to go. These are just small things. We can do like hundreds of things like this.
Listening all these things, we are like feeling so proud, and respect towards Siddhartha Institute management also, it increased a lot.
Thank you so much.
So right now this question is like not about education or anything. It's purely regarding finances. Okay, because you are from that background.
Yeah.
Generally, students, they were like, they'll study hard, they'll get a very good job and package. So once they're into that job, coming to this finance management, not everyone, maximum people will fail. So if you can give one suggestion regarding that to everyone.
I strongly believe that financial education has to be part of the school education.
Exactly.
That's where the roots actually. Because when you grow up, even though you learn a lot of finance, you could be topper in the finance. But when it comes to spending, it's like we spend it. We go with our intuition. We just want to buy. Oh no, I have to grab it. That's it. And with the credit card things and all, it has become even much more easier, right? So I think it has to be part of the school, right from the school education.
That's true. Very nice. Really so good talking to you.
Thank you.
And all
Thank you
the
so
very
much.
best. And I can say like that's it. Your institution is the best and it has to be
that
the
means
best.
a lot. Those words mean a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you.